The Nissan 240SX, introduced in 1989, is part of the S13 series. Quickly gained popularity for its affordable price, lightweight design, and rear-wheel drive layout, making it a favorite among car enthusiasts and tuners. But just because you own one doesn't mean you know how to drift, which is why I bought one. Allow me to introduce my 1991 240SX, which has been neglected and forgotten about for the past 2 years. Or what I like to think, the perfect car that deserves a second life. Which brings me to tell you this. I'm doing a new series of building my own personal drift car because I've been daily driving the R35 GTR for the last 4 years. And the other week, I put it in the ditch, which sparked the idea of getting a drift car to learn how to properly drive so that I don't smash up my $100,000 GTR due to personal lack of skill. In this video, we're going to go over everything that's wrong with it. We're going to do a compression test, oil changes, and get this thing road legal because literally nothing's working on it. So let's get in the shop and get to work. Oh no, this one is... Oh, that's not good. 1 minute in and we already have our first broken bolt. First thing we're gonna do is do a compression test on the motor because I wanna do a health check on it. All we're gonna do is pop these out, take out the spark plugs, take out the fuel pump fuse so we're not putting fuel in while we crank the motor, and we'll have a pressure tester on there to see what the PSI is of each cylinder. After pulling the spark plugs out, they actually don't look too bad. Putting the compression tester in and cranking the motor, we got 180 on cylinder 1, 180 on cylinder 2, 3, and luckily 4. I'm just gonna put a camera down into the cylinders now and just do a quick check over. Comes a little camera onto your phone. We're gonna stick it in the motor there and check out how cylinder 1's looking. Actually, you can see all the lines are actually good. There's no serious, or I'm not seeing any vertical scores in the sidewall of the cylinder, which is good. Coming up to the valves, there's a valve there. It's not super dirty, not super... I'm gonna say that's good enough. But taking the dipstick out, we can see this thing desperately needs an oil change. The engine already sounds 10 times better. There was like a little chatter sound once it warmed up, and luckily after doing the oil change that all went away. So that's a win in the book. The car is already getting that much better. Oh, no, we're good. We are good to go. That actually doesn't look bad. Damn. I think that would have been okay to leave in.
Looks like the e-brake shit's all disconnected, eh?
Yes, it is. Do you like my exhaust?
Why is the cat even there?
It's a great question.
What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, get that out of there, no matter what. We could fucking have this straight pipe tonight, bud. I'm serious. I got pipe over there. We could just jank some shit to this collector, and then, like, where would you put it out? I wouldn't put it straight back.
Dump it out the side? Out the roof?
I would dump it right there or something. Or there. Yeah. I mean, fuck. What's keeping you from just for the short term stuff? Oh,
and redoing everything.
Baby, look at this harness.
Oh yeah, that's my speed sensor right there.
This is?
Yeah.
The thing that's not there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That should be telling me my speed. So I think it kind of makes contact with the ground, and then it...
How fast do you have to go to get 121 gigawatts?
Everything back here doesn't look bad.
There you go.
Like,
that's a selling feature.
That's all solid. I'm pretty sure there should be like a rubber piece between the subframe and the body, but there's not. So it's just like
that makes sense.
The subframe is directly bolted onto the freaking body.
Ah.
Next, I wanted to investigate what was actually being hidden behind the strut towers and seeing what else this guy may have covered up.
Do you like his starts and stops?
Haven't seen a girl in a while, and those are some hangers.
silhouette.
It literally looks like it's cracking still, though.
The welds don't even look like they did anything.
Well, they did something, obviously. That's why we're laughing at it.
Hey, so are you looking in the driver's wheel well right now?
Yeah, that's the driver's.
Okay, put a flashlight on the inside of the engine bay and look through.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is not looking so good. Well, I'm gonna film from this side and see if we can see some light. You know what?
Nope.
We're good.
Yeah, well,
There's
the amount of tar fucking...
Sorry, you're not good.
Oh, wait, hang on.
He probably put a bunch of the paint that he put on.
Oh, no, that's where the brake line goes through. Okay. But, yeah,
See, that's how you make it look good, the proper paint.
she's not looking good, though. Should we see what this passenger side looks like?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to.
It's probably worse than
Get
this
over
side.
there. The passenger
Yeah.
side's definitely where it's seen impact because it's been replated. But both sides have actually been replated. That's all replated there too. That little this plate there.
Could have done a better cleanup job, too, eh?
Well, I mean, it's just silicone, so yeah, sure, it looks great. Like all you do is lick your finger and drag
just-
it on
yeah.
there, and it looks great, right?
You see, it's all
He
bubbly.
could have done a terrible weld job. You wouldn't know.
And he went all the way over here to hide more or something.
Oh, it's probably a rust hole or a crimple.
Yeah.
Did a great job. Looks good. It's all about checking the reveal.
It's so bad. I see why it was only $5,500.
Yeah, well, that's kind of
Only.
it's kind of high.
So the passenger side. Oh, is that a crack? it also kind of looks. I don't know what that bubble is going on beside the brake line. Is that a common thing that people will do? Is that right to the left side of the brake line on the passenger side? They try to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got that.
If there's a bubble, it could be because, like, if it took a front end impact, it wrinkles around the brake line hole all the time.
That would make sense. So we've got that for sure. And then a little bit further down on the frame, it almost looks like I'm hoping it's not a crack, but hang on, let me get in here. There's definitely some rust going on between the bottom of the frame rail and the body. So one thing I didn't check out when I bought this car was to see if the headlights work, the signal lights work. Turns out nothing works on it. So right now we're gonna figure out why only one of the headlights is turning on, and then go ahead and remove the bumper to check out why all of the wiring to the signals and the daylight running lights is all disconnected, and figure out which wires go where, because for whatever reason, whoever had this bumper off last did nothing to reconnect everything. When I did a quick check myself, I noticed that yes, there is a harness going to this lamp, but there was no harness on the back here, and I couldn't figure out where the wire was or where the harness was for that one. So reaching my hand in here, there is a bunch of wires, and I can see actually someone has already reattached some wires here. No idea where those go. And all right, so that's why this headlight is not working. The entire headlight harness had melted itself apart. So I'm gonna fix this and reattach it to the headlight, and hopefully we'll be good to go. As you can see, that didn't actually solve the issue. You can tell that the lights are still dim, so there's definitely a further issue here, which I'm about to find out, but that'll come later. I wanna get this bumper off to check out the harnesses and see what's really going on underneath. There goes the front bumper. You're now seeing it live with me to see if there is any actual serious damage to the chassis. I mean, it has a new crash bar, obviously, and you can see that this is from a red 240 because the paint has been chipping off, but other than that, there does look like there was a little bit of welding fixing on that part. Because when I come over to this side, yeah, you can see, hard to see potentially, but where that bolt is, there's two pieces of sheet metal, where over on this side, where that bolt is, it's all welded together or not welded. It might be just body fill like the rest of this car. This support bracket isn't even in. It should be like that one. So we're gonna get a new support bracket for this so that this is actually properly done. Not too sure if I will go ahead and do a whole new rad support, as this one is slightly dented in the top, but maybe I should just to clean up the lines. I can see that this part is lower than that side, and also the gap in the hood was showing that there is more of a gap on this side than that side. So I might have to actually jack this up to bend it into place. The test for the signal lights of like figuring out which harness goes where, I actually just find that the harness is laying in here, but was just never plugged in. So I'm hoping that that's literally all it is. But we're gonna see. So I'm just gonna plug the harness back in. I already checked the bulb. Bulb looks good, but we're gonna see if that is all it needed for the signals to work. Oh, look at that! That signal is working, which means whoever had the bumper off last was too lazy to put all the connections back in. Cool, we're figuring this thing out one piece after another. Verified that the passenger side signal also works, and discovered that the daylight running lights are actually not aftermarket, but they're not for this year of car. You can see this harness is quite different compared to the 2-prong that is on the car's harness. So I'm not gonna worry about having these light up. They're actually like not even proper. Like, I don't understand what light is in there, but that's not the proper lighting system for these. So we're gonna ignore those for now. Maybe I'll find some proper ones and then install them on the car. I'm also gonna go ahead and get some 5x7 housings and put actual LED bulbs in here so that it'll enhance the night driving, but it'll also give it a updated look with LEDs up front. So that'll be another thing we add. There's so much little stuff that I gotta do, such as reconnecting the headlight motors, because that allows it to drop. So it's not sitting where it should be. I do need to get another piece for the other side because this is not the proper piece, and it doesn't allow me to mount the actual headlight motor to itself. And there's no way of mounting it up top. It's just kind of wedged in there above the wire harness to hold it in place, which is not good. I did manage to tighten the bolt on the very bottom because that was loose. So for now, this is gonna work, but I do need to redo all that. I gotta go get proper bolts. Even there's grounds that aren't connected. This engine bay is an absolute mess. It's crazy. Every time I turn the camera off, I find more and more bolts missing. The mounting bolts for this entire headlight assembly on the bottom are completely gone. I can't believe that, like, they put it together like this. How do you, yeah. Like, that was held together with 2 bolts. That's insane. We already know that an accident happened on this corner of the car, but I noticed that this is indented and the mounting bolt on the bottom of the headlight versus the top is not the right distance. So I can actually see that this top part needs to go up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is put the jack in there with a piece of wood and try to jack this up. Hopefully that'll kind of pull this straighter and it'll give us the proper gap between the bottom hole and the top hole for the headlight to mount properly. Only thing I can really think of is getting something in here and yanking it out, but I don't have the proper tools for that. So again, I'm gonna have to more than likely leave this alone. So in the ad, obviously it said that, yes, there was a repair job done to the harness on the driver's side, but even though this is repaired, the ride height of the car still needs to come up to give us more room so that this doesn't happen again, because currently right now when the wheels do turn, the wheel is rubbing on the harness. And unfortunately there's no room underneath the wheel well to actually tuck this harness, so we are going to have to tuck it up in the fender to prevent from any wires getting cut up again. I now have the wire harness properly tucked up and out of the way of the wheel. As you can see, now we have clearance, so when we turn and the suspension compresses, that wheel is not going to buzz on the harness. Now when I bought this car, I knew that the quarter panel wasn't lining up properly with the front door, as you can see here. And so I was hoping that I could fix that, but sure enough, the quarter panel is just so far gone. I'm gonna have to get new ones. Moving to the back of the car, I knew that the passenger side signal wasn't working, so I took it out and plugged it into the driver's side and noticed that it wasn't working on that side either. So I knew that there was either a break in the wire or a dirty connection. And then while I was doing this happened. Well, I've just created a random new problem for myself. I fixed the signal lights on the rear of the car, and then I was messing with the car and I guess the battery went dead. And as it was going dead, it didn't have enough juice to keep things lit up. Potentially the amperage went up and blew something, and I've been trying to hunt it down. I've changed out the battery. I've checked out the relays and the fuses, but anytime I reconnect the battery, the clock on the dash works until I move the key, then all power to the car cuts out completely. I might be able to get it to kind of give me some power. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I turn the key over, it just goes dead. None of the lights work, nothing is working at all. So now I'm just spending the rest of my evening trying to figure out what is going on, because this is a quirky issue, and I believe it's a common issue with 240s. So I've just reached out to someone that I know that's really talented with 240s, and hopefully he'll have an answer for me, because there's nothing online that is easy to find to give me a direct answer of what is going on with the car. After a couple of hours of trying to figure out what had happened, Tanner came out here, and right away he spotted that the main ground to the battery was actually not tight against the chassis of the car when I was trying to start it. So it was actually sparking, and I couldn't see the spark. Anyways, took it off because the threads were actually stripped. So whoever put the ground on last stripped the bolt and literally put a washer on the outside. So he literally put the washer in like this to build a little bit of gap like that, then put it through the ground wire into the chassis of the car. Well, clearly that doesn't make any sense, and that didn't work. So we're gonna fix that and probably make a new ground connection somewhere else on the chassis now that that hole is stripped. After fixing that ground, the car started way better, cranked instantly, and just checking, but we have signals at the front now. Both headlights are working. Come around to the back. Oh, right, I disconnected the signals on the rear. 1 second. Oh, that's way brighter. Look at that. Everything's working now. Earlier today, the lights were super dim, and I was like, pretty sure that these should be a lot brighter. Just goes to show you, always should check your grounds. In the next video, this car is going to get a full transformation. Be sure to follow along. Remember to keep smiling. Until we meet again, happy trails. You know what's fun about loading a trailer with bald tires on your car? Tires spin off and crunch.